I'm aware this is a bit of a weird angle, but when I generally I record batch videos. So I'll do like 2 weeks worth of videos on one go. And, I mean, this isn't a secret, but to make it look different, I will change position. The glasses I wear, which I own 11 pairs, or a top. The current date is the 9th of January. And I was requested quite a while ago to do a up close, like 3am, 4am whisper that I used to do many years ago now. And I have been meaning to do a update kind of video, because 2024 was an interesting year for this channel, and I've not been not as active as I wanted to be the last month or so, but I've not been as enthusiastic about this channel since a good couple of years. For a man who loves his tech, currently using the Motorola V50 Pro Plus, whatever it's called. Sorry, the boiler and freezer are going. When it comes to organisation, planning, stuff like that, I write everything down, so I get a yearly diary every year. Now, I'm going to show you how long ago I've been planning this video. And this is a video where it's only really interesting, if you're generally here. I don't know what the sound is like, but the current date is the January the 8th. And I don't do scripts, I do rough things I want to cover, lists. And I wrote this list in no, that's not it. I live on lists. I haven't passed that by. Just counts as a small one. I wrote the list I want to cover in this video on the 11th of December. Nearly a month ago. I haven't made a video in ages. So, join me. I'm going to go on as long as my camera survives, because although I love this V10, the battery on it is shocking. So this video could be 4 minutes, it could be 20 minutes. Let's see. So, I was going to do a YouTube did their end of year thing. Well, it says how many videos uploaded and stuff like that. I got 110,000 views roughly. I uploaded 30 videos. 335 new subscribers, which for a dead channel ain't too bad. If we're being honest. But we all know it was about 45 to 50 videos. It should have been about 150,000. And essentially what happened is, I started the new channel earlier last year, and then couldn't be asked for 2 channels, so I combined them. And this channel has significantly more reach than my old one, because a lot of people I know in real life know this as well. And I recorded some pretty well received videos that did alright with views at work. And turns out, don't really think things through. I just assume something's okay. I was not meant to be filming videos at work. Now, some of you are going, obviously. Well, I didn't think this through because I've been doing it for a while. No one said anything, and I got in trouble. Yeah, I got in trouble for that. So, as a goodwill gesture and stuff, I took everything down. So those videos I'm either going to have to remake or edit in a way where it's obviously somewhere else than it is. So I'll have to decide on a case-by-case basis. So that's why lots of videos disappeared. This was about 2 months ago, but I thought I'd finally go. So the list I've got are, where the videos are, gone, work, but it's going good. I'm on nights only now, which is lovely, so good. And it's the first time I've had consistency for a while. So obviously in security, I do days, nights off, days, nights off. And that just completely fucks with the sleeping and everything like that. And the opportunity came up to be nights only. And it's still a lot of hours. And I'm enjoying it, I'm loving it. Like, I am drinking less, don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying this. It is 9:30 in the morning. But I have just finished the 6th night of 12-hour shifts. So I'm entitled to this. I'm drinking less. I've lost weight. I'm eating better. I'm sleeping better. I've got consistency. I'm drinking less caffeine. I'm more mentally stable. Me and my wife are getting along better. Although over Christmas, she was off for 2 weeks. And it was lovely spending time with her when she was off and I was off. But I wasn't off over Christmas. So I still needed to sleep during the day. And my wife is not quiet. So when she went back to work on Monday a couple of days ago, I was so happy I could sleep again. But my mental health is better, just in general. And nights work for me. And it's taken me 41 years. Well, I've been working since I was 14, 15, 14, 13. Doesn't matter. I've been working for nearly 25 years. And it's taken me this long because I've always been a bit of a night owl, Most of these videos I record at 2, 3 in the morning. And I think if anything ever happens to this job, I'm going to have to find night work because it works for me. Like, I've got savings, I'm paying off debt, and I'm still, just, the only way I can describe life at the moment is content. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love more free time, but things are just good. Apart from the neck and cricks and stuff like that, things are just going okay. So my mental health, drinking, life's generally good. There was a bunch of things I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to ramble. I'm just going to ramble until the camera dies. So, drinking, I mentioned. Yeah, when is drinking becoming a problem? So I'm intending to do a series of videos on drinking, my history of drinking, when drinking's a problem, the idea of sobriety. My drinking, we all know, drunk ASMR. My live streams have stopped. I've done a couple and they're quite fun, but I get very little engagement anymore, so I don't really see the point. But I like drinking, and drinking is such a big part of British culture and socialising that if you don't drink, you're kind of not ostracised, but it makes things more awkward. And I like drinking, so the idea is getting a balance. And now I'm working consistently. I'm not drinking as much because I don't have that opportunity. Day drinking has a stigma to it. I thought this is like I said 9:30. There's something fantastic about drinking beer, being buzzed, watching TV or whatever, playing games, and hearing the stressed parents take their kids, little fuck trophies, no stress to school, and I'm like, This isn't my first one today. There's something so satisfying about that. I love it. But drinking in the evening is obviously more acceptable. So on my day shifts, I would drink more in the evening because it's like, that's okay. But if you're drinking in the morning constantly, there's a lot of social issues. And I'm not normally one to give in to social norms and stuff like that. But the wife disagrees. I mean, and then if you go going, well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, but it's 8 o'clock at night for me. It sounds like desperation. It sounds like you're making excuses. Which, it's not wrong, but her disapproval stopped me drinking during the day. So we come to an agreement where on my last night shift the following morning I can drink. And I can drink in evenings anyway if I go out. But so it stopped me drinking like 3 or 4 times a week to once. And then occasionally if I go out. And so social pressure has actually worked something on me, which is quite amusing. Where do we go? I've been sailing the high seas, shall we say, on the internet. And I used to use Spotify. And I paid for Spotify for years. Excuse me. Nice. I've been paying for Spotify for years. And I was I thought it was kind of late to it. So I'm stretching because I'm much more active in the nights. I've been... Why am I? What's that you want? That's a little better, isn't it? I'm a bit down now. Oh yeah, I'm physically better as well. Because I'm drinking less. I mean, anyway. I've lost weight, I've said that. I'm quite drunk right now. There we go. I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. Yes, music. I used Spotify for years. And I found that it was great for discovering new music, but it limited to how much I listened to, because I would just generally listen to, instead of albums, I just listen to what the most popular was, like when it does that on the start. And I paid £10 per month for, when did I start listening? 2015? So I felt I was late to it, but I gave it up in about 6 months ago, when they took away some albums. And then that's it, I was like video games and stuff like that. Physical media, they say, with digital media can be taken away. And it can. And it's done with a lot of video games, but I don't worry so much about video games because I don't tend to replay anything. Occasionally I'll go back to Halo, but I very rarely replay anything after I played it. But music, you find something you like, you want to go through it again. And they removed some albums. Actually, I'm going to tell you the album they removed. And it wasn't even something that's like... It wasn't metal. They did remove a couple of albums I loved. But the thing that pissed me off is, in 1998, they released a South Park album called Chef Aid. And it was one of the first CDs I ever bought. And I loved that album. There was a mixture of bands, and there was genuine music on it that was made or inspired, for South Park. That album wasn't just a compilation. It was stuff that was great, and I've got such nostalgia for it. And when I found it on there a couple of years ago, I was like, yes. And then I added it to playlists, and I had dozens of playlists. And, you get bored of one, you go to another. So I went to play it, and most of the songs were greyed out. They've removed it. I mean, if you go look now and it's there, you know, egg on my face. But they removed it, and I was so pissed off. Like, they removed, like, there was some, you know, fairly unknown bands that weren't very big, you know. I got into some bands, you know, less than a couple of thousand views, but song got removed. Okay, they were probably DistroKid and paid to keep it up. It happens. But the South Park album was the one that made me go, no, I don't think so. And so I thought, okay. I always had a large music collection. I had 30, 35 gig, which I thought was a lot. You know, for MP3, it's a lot of songs. And I realised that I did have for when I couldn't get Spotify, I did have music on my phone, which was like, I called it a singles folder, which is like my favourite songs on certain albums. It was about 9 gig, about 1,200 songs. But a lot of those songs I downloaded from YouTube Music. And I thought, oh, the quality's awful. So I went through my collection, went through Spotify, and SoulSeek, PTP. SoulSeek was much like less torrents, more direct downloads, like Kazaa, or, you know, if you're old, LimeWire kind of thing. And I was like, does that still work? Is that still a thing? So, bought VPN, obviously. Surfshark VPN. Not sponsored, can recommend. And downloaded it. And there's an album that came out in 2019 called Pagan. Now, it's a band I love called Blood Command, and I got into them a couple of years ago. But she was in a band called Pagan that released an album in 2019 in Australia. One album, didn't do very well. I couldn't find, it was barely on YouTube. It is now, but it was barely on YouTube. I only had the 2 singles. I typed it in, and it came up in really, 328 kilobytes, whatever, 680 kilobytes. And I went, oh, and I downloaded it. Perfect. And I went, so the next month, my music collection is, I don't do FLAC. I know that's compressed, but I've got no interest in that. I don't care. I'm not an audiophile. I'm using Bluetooth. I like to use quality Bluetooth. Well, I'm using the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. Sound fantastic. But I don't care about audiophile stuff. And my music is now, on a last count, 147 gigabyte, which is something like 55,000 songs. And years ago, when I used to torrent stuff, back in like 2005-06, I'd go through the latest torrents for, bands I liked, bands I knew, and bands that had an interesting name. And I've still been doing it. So I have like 30 gigabyte of music on my phone. And I'm going to tell you some of these bands. Now, this was if I saw a review for some metal band, I'd check it out. And I've been slowly going through this. Where are we? That band, Touche Amore. My favourite band. I've seen them a couple of times live, and I don't do live music. So we've got a mixture of stuff that what do you mean no value? Oh, it's my ASMR stuff, okay. Like, EP and Killer Mike, Every Time I Die, Fear Before the March of Flames. Now, I know this band, so this is a mixture of stuff that I used to listen to, haven't listened to for years. So I've separated my collection into known and unknown and singles. So singles are the, favourite songs. The known is bands I know and love, Queens of Stone Age, Incubus, Korn, it's Deftones, stuff like that. The unknown is, single albums I've forgotten about, like best Wu-Tang Clan. I've got Wu-Tang, Ice-T, stuff that I know I should check out, have been recommended to me. And then I'm going through that at work. G.G. Allen, you know, I like a couple of songs. From Autumn to Ashes, Fib from Much of Flames. So there's a lot of punk. Guano Apes, I like one album, don't know about the rest. Guns and Wankers, brilliant punk band. This is mostly stuff that I knew, one or two songs that I loved on Spotify, and then I downloaded discography to go. Hanabi are this really weird female metal band from Japan. I know a couple of songs. Heroin in Your Veins. Okay. I would set myself on fire for you. Very old, like I think emo. Ice-T. I was listening to that. All I can say is when you're in a public place listening to that, do not shout out, "I'm a proud black man" with the song. Because I am the whitest man in existence. Kay Tempest, she's an English singer. Kayanashi, they are this really weird post-hardcore band. Like, wow, they're so good. I walked across the street, but I tried to cross the street. Oh, so good. Like Kitty, their new album, I've not checked that out yet. Life Lover, black metal. Love What I've Heard, not checked that out yet. Maximum the Hormone. You know, they did the intro and exit to Death Note back in the 2000s. So check that out. Millen Collin, well-known punk band, I don't know them too well. Misfits, know the songs, so. I love this name of the band, Negro Terror. They're an all-black punk band. I think they had released like one album. The lead singer was a hefty guy. I think he might have died quite early. Operation Ivy, you know, classic punk. Don't really know them very much. Piano Become the Teeth. I listened to them a lot about 15 years ago, but I've forgotten, you know. Queen Adrena. I'm pretty like drugs. I'm pretty like drugs. Okay, we're at 22 minutes. What else can I ramble about? Tech. Currently own the Motorola 50. I'm liking it. I also have a Galaxy Note 5, which I love folding phones, but the front screen is just too skinny, it's too small, and I found myself, I've had it for about a couple of months. I've had this for about 2 weeks. I switched over. It's too skinny. And actually, this is up to date. This morning, oh God, I said I buy and sell on eBay. Never had any issues. This morning, I've got the Galaxy Fold on eBay because I want to get a different folding phone, and I sold it for 500 quid. And I thought, all right, cool, 500 quid, what can I get for that? And I was looking at either the the Pixel Fold, because I'm interested in. I haven't had a Google phone with pure Android for 5-6 years. The Pixel 5 I had was the last one, which I've had for very long. And watched the reviews. It looks quite. I like it squat. It's quite squat, but it's quite wide. It looks like, you know, about the same size as a BlackBerry Passport. And I thought, yeah. Or the Honor Magic V2, which is bigger. You know, you're talking much bigger. It's only half an inch, but it makes all the difference. And I had the Honor Magic VS for a while, which I really liked. This is an upgraded version every way. There was like 150 quid difference between them. So if I bought the V2, I'd have to pay an extra 100 quid. But I got the Galaxy Note. I got the Pixel Fold for 420. Excellent. So I got paid 12 hours. Sold the Samsung 12 hours later. Bought that. And then I got a message going from the guy who bought the buyer of the Pixel. I'm going to have to call it quits in a minute because I actually got a better link. From the Galaxy My Fold going, hi, the address that I have registered isn't my real address. I've moved for work, can you send it to a different address? And I thought, oh, shit. I I've not had any trouble on eBay. And I thought, okay, it could be legit, it could be that. And then I looked at the name of the buyer. He had paid, the money was there, because I just fucking spent it. And he goes, and I was like, okay, you know, I've gone, if you update your address officially, because it's all eBay, you can buy all the postage via it now and I track it. I'll do it. And he goes to me, oh, you can't update your address after you bought something. And I don't know enough whether you can. And I thought, okay, so what's the address? And I've gone, what's the name on it? And the initial address is somewhere up north, and it's a Eastern European sounding name. But it's emailing under the name Dodgy Mark. When I saw that, I went, like initially paid, I went, And that name, you know, Dodgy Mark and that, it's like, oh, everyone's got nicknames, you know what I mean? Drunk ASMR. Oh, Hitler bad ASMR, good, you know, they're not all legit. And he goes, I went, okay. So, and then he said the address. And I've gone, what name do you want? And he goes, I'll just use the name on there, which is the user number for the account he's using. And I went, okay. So, I'm like, I now own 3 phones instead of the 2. Because, fuckly, I'm not going to send it to him. It's, you know, I can't track it. He's going to claim he didn't get it, or he'll do a cancel, you know, I'll get fucked. But I can't. I've got someone else interested in it, but I don't get paid for another 3 days when I can afford to refund it and then resell it. So I'm going to have to lead this guy on for this scam. And I've essentially, I own 3 phones now because that money isn't real. Okay, that's always horrible. My camera's about to die. You've got 28 minutes. If you enjoyed this, tell me. And I'll tell you what I could do. I could do like a casual thing where you people ask me my opinion on shit. I'll do like a survey thing on this month or so, where I'll do it on community and say, what do you want me to ramble about? You people comment on